Hey all, so we have got some new stuff from Ultimate Hunting eventually, and let's go through it. Just a very quick note, we've got a storm going on outside, so if you hear any weird thunder or anything like that, you know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, I can't control that. But the very first thing we got was this collage image of the helmeted guinea fowl. And I've got to say, I am super impressed with this. It looks really good. Now, if we take a closer look at some of these images, you'll notice the detail is phenomenal. From the coloration on the head through to the detailing on the helmet and the scaling on the feet, I am blown away. And what I appreciate the most is the fact that they've even gone to the effort of giving the guinea fowl the spots on the feathers. Now, I must be honest, there is one criticism I've got for this, and that is the fact that the spots are not big enough. I have mentioned this to Raf. Ultimately, though, I do not think that this is a massive issue. It's a minor detail, and I'm happy with the way that the model looks as it is. I don't think the fact that the spots are slightly small is going to change the game in any way or change the immersion. As long as they've got the behavior and the sounds correct, then I'm happy. Obviously, we have not seen any footage of the guinea fowls in action, so we don't know how that's going to work out. But I'm sure they're going to pay attention to detail and have them running in relatively large flocks, making as much noise as possible. So yes, well done, Ultimate Hunting. Then we got the short video clip that shows the reaction of a kudu when it's shot and then falls over. I'm actually really impressed. Now, Raf did send me a longer video clip of this. It does not have the branding on it, but there's a lot of things that I can take out of this. When it jumps and kicks like that, you actually see the tail curl up. The short run and it falls over. The fact that the hair on the neck and the back actually moves is really good. I would assume this is a hard shot of a kudu that was actually aware of your presence, hence the fact that it took off a bit before falling over. I also know there will be different animations for shots and the death animation, so I'm very excited to see those. But I think they did a really good job here. Out of every game that I've seen thus far, I think this is one of the most accurate reactions to a shot that I've ever seen. So yes, I can't wait to see this in game. And then we got another video clip. This one showing the 4x4 in what appears to be a Camp Boma area under a rustic sign of the Southern African Hunting Reserve. And wow, the terrain looks good. You've got the falling leaves, you've got birds flying overhead, got clouds. It really makes me think of Africa. Just looking at this immediately tells me this is Africa. There's no doubt. You don't wonder what part of the world this is in. And that is something special. That was followed by an image that surprised quite a few people. Now you've got the same campsite, same 4x4, and most notably you've got the 6-wheel trailer. Now this trailer is going to be used for you to transport the animals that you've harvested, and yes, count me in on this. This is really incredible. Raf has said that they do not have an actual loading animation at the moment, so I would assume that you would drive up to the animal and then it would basically automatically load into the back of the vehicle, which is not a problem. Extremely large animals like elephant and giraffe, you will be able to fit one into the back of the trailer. However, smaller animals you can fit more in, and that I really do like. He then sent me another image, and this is what it looks like when the trailer is closed completely. Now in this case, I would assume that you won't be able to load an elephant in a trailer that's got this configuration. How the entire setup's going to work, I'm not 100% sure. I cannot wait to see this in action. I cannot wait to see exactly how it works with the loading of animals and the transportation. As we've mentioned in previous videos, you've got two options when it comes to the animals that you've harvested. You can get the guide to come and collect the animal for you, which will cost you money, or you can transport it yourself, which will save you money. Raf also mentioned something on Discord, and that is that you've got a winch at the front, and that winch does allow you to pull yourself out of situations where you get stuck. Now, if this winch can be used to pull animals into a better area for you to load it, could be interesting, because obviously you towing a trailer does not allow you to go everywhere that you want to go as you would with just the 4x4. So you might actually be able to leave the trailer somewhere, go and get the animal with a winch and slowly pull it closer until you can load it with a trailer. Not 100% sure how that's going to work. It's just speculation on my side. One thing I would like to touch on though with regards to this is the fact that a 4x4 is generally able to tow 2 tons behind it. An elephant weighs in the region of 6 tons, which means we need to suspend disbelief slightly when it comes to loading elephants onto a trailer and towing it with a 4x4. If they're going to do anything with regards to this, I'm not sure. They might make it so you have to get the guide in to come and collect the elephant for you. However, everything else you would be able to tow with your 4x4. If they do not do that, I would really like it if you are, number one, a lot slower with a vehicle if you're towing 6 tons behind you. And number two, if you're driving through mud or something like that, your chances of getting stuck should increase with the additional load. Those are 2 things I really would like to see them add if they do allow us to tow an elephant with a 4x4. But in general, the towing an elephant with a 4x4 thing, as I said, I'm prepared to suspend disbelief a little bit because, I mean, at the end of the day, this is just a video game. We cannot go 100% realism with regards to what we can and cannot do. And just to finish off with that final image, there's one thing that I noticed is we've got what looks like an elephant's tusk sticking into the image here. And that should give you a scale of the size of the animal versus the size of the 4x4. But folks, that's everything we've got. Thank you so very much for watching my first video in a month on Ultimate Hunting. Holy smokes, I can't believe that it's taken this long. Let me know down in the comments what you have found the most interesting in this video. What do you think of the guinea fowl? Does the fact that the spots are a little bit too small bother you? What do you think of the Kudu animation? And what do you think of the trailer and the 4x4? And mostly the terrain in that video. Once again, thank you so very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.